what relationship has time to fear? Because that's what we're going to discuss. Talk over together. Because most human beings are frightened, have innumerable forms of fear. Fear of darkness, which is neurotic, psychopathic, and so on. Fear of dying, fear of living, fear that you might lose what you have, fear of your wife and your husband. Is that rare in this country? Huh? I wonder if you're all saints. You don't seem to react to anything. If there is fear of what you possess, you might lose. Fear of growing old and dying. So, human beings right throughout the world have tremendous anxiety, which is part of fear. Anxiety of not fulfilling, anxiety of not being yourself, anxiety what other people might do to you, and so on. All that's a form of fear. So what is the relationship between fear and time? And shall we, in our conversation, trim the branches of fear, understand? Take one branch after another, or shall we deal with the root of fear? You wonder, understood my question? I may be frightened of my wife, or frightened of darkness. And I want that particular problem solved. But also, I have other problems of fear. It's not just only one. I'm fear of dying, fear of growing old, fear my brain will degenerate, fear God won't give me what I want unless you go to a particular temple. You know, we were told the other day, there's a temple nearby, 200 miles or 150 miles, where every 3 days they have $1 million. God is very profitable. Yes, sir, you laugh at it. But your gods are very demanding of your pocket. That is, you give him something and he gives you something in return. Reward and punishment. And that's what we call worshipping God. We are a strange crowd, all that. So, what's the relationship between fear and time? And also, what is the relationship of fear with thought? You understand? I'm afraid of so many things, but I want to understand the root of it. Because if I can understand, see the quality, the nature, the structure of fear, then then it's finished. But if I merely trim the branches, then fear will continue. So our concern is not how to be rid of fear. That's one of our fallacies. But if one can delve deeply into the nature of fear, then we should be able to be free of it entirely. And we're going to talk about it this evening. And if you apply your brain, not the explanation which the speaker is going to give, but the actual investigation on your part. Not just listen or hear and forget all about it, but if you actually listen, apply as you're sitting there, and go with the speaker in investigating, not accepting what he says, but investigating, questioning, asking yourself. Then you might get up and so utterly free of fear, and then there will be no gods. A man who is free of all fear, he needs no comfort, he needs no reward, he doesn't seek something that will help him. This is the burden which mankind has carried for a million years, fear. So let's go into it. We said time is a factor of fear. Time being the remembrance of an incident which caused fear. Please follow this if you don't mind, if you are interested in it. Remembrance of an incident that caused fear, which is registered or recorded in the brain. And that record is still there, and I now have fear. So the record remembers the fact of fear. So from the past, I recognize the fear. You understand? You're making my fear. The knowledge of a past incident which caused fear is registered in the brain as in a tape. So the brain has knowledge of fear, right? Knowledge of fear. So knowledge is fear. You understand it? Go into it, so you see the beauty of it, and then you will see what it means. So when fear arises now, memory steps in and says, yes, I know that is fear. Right? Which means the knowledge which you have had with regard to fear, that knowledge says that is fear. So knowledge itself becomes fear. Right? You understand this? And the word fear may also contribute to fear. You understand? So knowledge is the word, and the word may cause fear. So can you look, please listen to it. Is there an observation of fear without the knowledge of other fears. So that you are looking, there is a perception of fear without the movement of knowledge. You understand? So, fear is the movement of knowledge as the past, and that knowledge is time. Right? So, fear is also part of thought. I might die tomorrow. I might lose my job. I am this, but I will become that. It's all the movement of thought. Right? No? Right? Thought, I have a job now. I work in a factory. Or I'm a cook. A carpenter, not your big top people. I'm just an ordinary person. Even the top people have a great deal of fear, I assure you. And I'm a carpenter. And I might lose my job tomorrow. The tomorrow is time, and thought says I might lose it, lose my job. It is thought that has, so thought, time are movements, right? Movements of knowledge. See, I'm discovering this myself as I'm going along. It is, can the brain not record? What's that? I'll show you. Listen to it if you want, it's fun.